Okay guys, we're back out here. Just got drenched. I drained one of my compressors. Threw a quick guide coat on here. Even I know this is far from flat. Let's block it down. Took a trunk out of yesterday. Tripped. Oh, was still wet. Okay, let's get working. Oh, I got a load of air hose today. A lot. I would say close to 50 feet of 3/8 hose, which is nice. I don't even know what this is. I'm not even sure. But yeah, it's definitely 3/8 stuff. Really nice stuff.
I got my respirator on, so I'm going to talk very loud so you can hear me. This is where I used to make all my mistakes. You get stuff like this. And what do? Start to hit metal here. Okay, if I leave that, that's actually starting to become higher than this. Okay, this starts to be tapered down. I'm getting metal here. So basically this corner has to come down. Flat though. We have no more guide coat. We have guide coat here, but I haven't really gotten the bottom well. How well you guys can make that out. Got a guide coat line here, obviously from where the squeegee went. Same here. I seem to have a low spot right here at this point. Okay, which I would say yes, going by that. And I seem to have a low spot here. I want to make sure that this is low enough before I add filler to here, so I'm just going to keep compounding my problem. Before I add any more filler, I'm going to guide coat this door one more time and just run across like this and see what my deal is. Because there's areas I haven't even touched yet. So, gotta be careful. Getting through to the lower stuff right here. Okay, and I know anything past the center line is gonna be gone. We're going from like center line down. So obviously this is very thin what we're putting on. So, okay guys, I don't think that's as low as it appears. I think that's a little high still. And that's a little high, that's why it's reading it. So you gotta be very careful. So, let's throw another guide coat on here. That feels flat. Other than the roughness down here. I'm satisfied with that. I do feel this. And you can just feel the texture of that. Then I feel the low here. Oh, without a doubt. Obviously that. And the back is starting to feel good. So I think we're getting it. This does not sound anything like the Rage. I took most of this down with the 36 grit on the air file and switched over to 120 on the paper. Because the air file, you have no control over the curve and the bow of the door. You just shave it right off. So, okay.
Okay guys, we blocked it as much as we could. That's just going to make all low spots. And put some Rage Ultra, whatever that stuff is, on some of these tiny areas. And I'm going to block that, and then we're going to skim it with Rage Ultra. I mean, you can see how thin we are. This is just like a dusting on it. You can see through it. You can see through it. I don't want to wear all the edges down to metal just yet, but I will. I will. We're very close. I don't want to do that and then just keep doing it and wear out the metal. So, but from here down, this still needs a little tapering. So, yeah, just got the phone call from the missus. Dog's been limping. We brought it to the vet, I don't know, 2 months ago. And they gave us pills and this and that and the other thing, and try this, check that. Then we had to go to a specialist. They want to do a hip replacement for $15,000 on a dog that I don't even think is 4 years old. I'll tell you, I'm sad and pissed off all at the same time. I'm pissed off because I keep seeming to get the puppy mill dogs that there's something wrong with them. Dog didn't hurt itself. It's just a problem. They're just overbred. And I mean, that's basically what happened to the last dog. Our last dog, I think, lasted about 4 years. I don't think she made it 5. And she had problems. Everything shut down inside of her. I still think she got poisoned, but there's no proof of it. So, yeah. Haven't had time to absorb that in yet. So, I'll see what the options are when my wife gets home. So, I thought she pulled something or strained something in like a groin or whatever they call it on a dog. And that's why when the doctor originally gave her pain pills, I was like, why? If she pulled something, she's going to pull it more. That's usually what a painkiller does. It allows you to move in positions your body doesn't want you to move in. So, I guess we'll see what the options are. And let's keep working on this. Okay, I filled a couple little areas. Guide coated it, blocked them until all the edges are fuzzy, not furry, when it felt good. And now I just gave it a very light skim, and you can pretty much see through it of the Rage Ultra. So this stuff definitely sands easier than the other stuff. The other stuff sands like concrete. The little areas that I filled, I used the Rage Ultra. I figured if it sanded easier, I could sand that and not really take out the surrounding area at the same time. If what you're sanding is harder than what's around it, usually you dig a big hole around it. So I actually liked it. I thought if this thing was epoxied and a skim of metal glaze, I thought we were good to go. But I just wanted to hit it one more time before I put this thing on the car. So, like I said, as long as we get near shiners, we should be the same. Got to be careful around here. This door has a different shape than the other door, if you remember, and it's higher in the center, so we definitely don't want to build it up right here. But we're not really building up. Because as you saw, we were able to see through it. So it's not building up. Very thin stuff. So, it sucks if you put it on too thin, by the time you get the lines out of it, and actually I went back over it right here and I saw it to kick on me. But by the time you get the lines out of it, you're too deep. So you got to go a little thicker than you want and then just work it flat. And I guide coated it about 6 times to get it the way it was before. So this I'll guide coat it, I'll flatten it once, I'll guide coat it again. So, I'm happy. So, with that, I don't know how much more I'm going to do today. I might do this, I might not. So this stuff is good. This so you can sit for 24 hours, 3 days, doesn't matter. It still sands good once you do the first cut. The other stuff seems to harden up. But the other stuff seemed good for a base, and the other stuff on top of it. That's what someone told Junior. And I just never did it. So, okay guys.
Okay guys, let's see if we can make this into something. Should be good enough for frog paper. Okay, you can see everywhere I swiped it so far. Other than every line feels flat, believe it or not. No, I know this isn't flat. But there's no major difference. I'm going to re-guide coat this and keep going. Because this should disappear instantly.
I was told a long time ago when I started getting into spackling that the difference between a good and bad spackler is the amount of sanding you have to do. And I think if you follow all the steps, I think the same holds true on bodywork. I think if you prep everything right, if you have to sand a little bit more to get the same result, that's really the same theory. And as you get better, you put less Bondo on and less sanding. But it's just like doing sheetrock. You got to get the base part right, and then so what? You sand a little bit more. Some professionals don't really sand at all, and anybody that does commercial spackling, to you. Because it looks like that. Okay, with that said,
How about that? You're on the jack. We're pretty much done. So vertical looks like this. Just boom. Perfect. Just started to see a shine in here. Definitely not high. That's actually not a shine, that's stuck underneath. Just started to see a little metal here, over here. On the edge, see some metal here, very thin here. There is little or no buildup on the edges. You can see by the different color we're down to the original stuff, but we will get whatever's remaining. This is metal down here. That is flat. Do not feel that. I will put my stamp of approval on this, and we got to get that piece off, without a doubt. And that's only roughed in with 120. So let's clean up this edge, which is metal on the side, just so you know. Metal across the bottom, metal across the front. This is wafer thin, guys. This is as thin as I can make. You can see the different shades coming through. I can't see anything through my viewfinder. I like that. But don't forget to put masking over any kind of seals you got. Because that guide coat, which is real guide coat, will stick. It is guide coat. So, without that guide coat, I couldn't have did that, guys. I guide coated that like 6 times on this final stage. So, it's the only way you could do it. Only way.